This week, Seth Johnson and I are going to East Central Alabama with good friend Steve McKeehan. He's got a great place called Chapel Hill Plantation. Every year we look forward to this hunt because we always get great deer and have a great time.
Ready?
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
This week, Seth Johnson and I are going to East Central Alabama with good friend Steve McKeehan, AKA Reno. He's like family to us. He's got a great place called Chapel Hill Plantation. Every year we look forward to this hunt because we always get great deer and have a great time.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, McMillan Fiberglass Stocks, Swarovski Optic, Hornady Ammunition, and Borden Accuracy.
This week I'm headed back to Alabama. Seth and I are going back to Chapel Hill Plantation with our good friend Steve McKeehan. It's getting to be one of my most popular places to go because I really enjoy it. It's different. Never hunted in pine trees before. I always hunted mesquites or oaks. You usually have a deer that you're intended to go look for, but when you're looking for that deer, you're going to enjoy yourself by looking at everything else he's got. He's got a great spot, but it's always fun to go see Steve and enjoy his piece of property. So Steve McKeehan has done his homework, and he's done his homework for you. He's got lots of trail cameras, and he's got a lot of pictures. And he usually knows where the deer hang out. So when you go, you sit down and you talk to Steve about it, and with his experience and all the work that he's put into it, it's going to make for a great hunt. So last year I didn't get to go to Chapel Hill because I had COVID. But the year before, I killed one of my best bucks to date. It was a 160-inch 10-point and one of the prettiest set of horns I've ever killed. This year I was looking forward to going back and see if I could top it or just have another great Alabama buck on my wall. All right, here in Alabama, I'm gonna shoot my McWhorter 6.5 PRC. Last year when I got it, it was a tack driver and I expect nothing less, so it's always fun to shoot. So let's see how she does. Well, it shot good. I had one that was a flyer, but everybody does that. Two of them are touching in the bull at 100 yards. So this is a 3,080 feet per second round that's going through this thing. So it's good out to 300 yards, pretty simple. And then you just dial in the rest for anything more. It's a great shooting rifle. Like all the McWhorters. Good looking deer. I like the time length, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's symmetrical in a way, but yet not. It's got some kickers and some character to it that just make it look interesting to me. So Seth and I get into Chapel Hill and we're looking at the pictures, and one deer has really piqued my interest. and they call him Hines. And so I'm picking that deer, and that's the deer I'd like to go after.
He's kind of run down a little bit from the rut, and he's a good looking deer for sure.
Looks like he's getting the other buck's attention around there. So. Yeah, I like it. He's got the main beam length that would go crazy. So Hines had been hanging out at the power line area. It divides the property almost completely in half, and it's where he's been seen with the trail cameras, and so that's where we're headed.
This segment is brought to you by Borden Accuracy, makers of the most accurate custom hunting actions on the market. Manufactured in the USA to true bench rest tolerances. Borden Accuracy equals success.
Have a cool, wet Alabama morning, but
What do you think?
it's just different for me. All my years in Texas and out west, I just love coming here and doing this.
Oh, I bet.
It's just totally different from what I'm used to. So,
What do you think, Reno? Got him a good spot picked out today?
I hope so. They've been showing up at these two spots we're going to, so just hope they show up again this morning.
that's all we can do is hope they do. Let's go get them.
So you and JC on one side, and me and Reno on the other, huh?
That's that. See who pops one first, and here's an echo through those hardwoods.
Right. Let's go.
Pretty cool morning here in Alabama. It's not cold by any means, but it's wet. It's been raining most of the night. It's still showering, but it's supposed to quit. We're in a pole blind, they call it, obviously because of the power lines here. And there's a big old power pole right in front of us. But beautiful food plots. It's green. It's pretty. It's quiet, except for a little rain here. But looking forward to this. Just so much. It's just so different from what I'm used to. Well, Russell and I are in the pipeline blind, and the weather's kind of turned. It's a little misty and rainy, and we look to the right, and just at the crest of a hill on that power line, Hines steps out. That's it. Just bladed on the left. We watch him for a while, look at him, I reaffirm that that's the one I want, and when he gives me an opportunity, I take the shot. Ready? Well, target buck is down. Love hunting here and something different. It's Alabama. I keep saying that, but it's just not what I grew up doing. But the sounds, the smells, the look, and the great deer they have here. It's always a treat to come out here, and I'll do it anytime I'm invited. Well, this is the result of my first morning. Didn't have to wait till the end of the hunt. The pressure's off already, and I'm really looking forward to enjoying the rest of my time here at Chapel Hill. Came in last night, the weather was going to be south on us, and we knew it was going to rain. And we looked at video last night, we looked at trail camera photos, and this is the buck I liked. He's got some awesome deer here. We got in the blind this morning, we saw 4 or 5 bucks, we saw 4 or 5 does, we saw turkey, we saw longbeards and jakes. Just a great morning in the blind. And about mid-morning, luckily, this deer stepped out, and this is the one I wanted. I want to tell you something. Reno at Chapel Hill here does all the work. All you have to do is come and enjoy it. Give him a call, check him out. He's got lots of deer, and he's got deer that'll make you smile just like I am right now. So give Chapel Hill a call. You won't regret it, I promise you. What a great deer. I'm tickled to death.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Surge Pro by Biofac Crop Care, Ultimate Antler Deer Feed, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, and Mesquite Creek Taxidermy.
All right, after my deer was down, Seth had a new 6.5 Creedmoor from McWhorter that he hadn't sighted in yet, so we head back to the lodge. We're gonna get that done.
So Lamar had some luck first morning out, so now I'm up. This afternoon, I'm gonna shoot a little bit before we go for the afternoon hunt. And I have a 6.5 Creedmoor with me, McWhorter, built on a Borden action. Got a short 24-inch barrel, 3-port side brake. I've also got a topless Swarovski XI, but I am going to try out something new. We have a Tacticam FTS, which is a really unique tool. Allows me to record through my scope. It's got some reflective technology in there. Allows me to record exactly what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna try it right now and see if I can show you guys shooting this target, and then maybe if the stars align this afternoon, I can try to record shooting an Alabama deer with this McWhorter. So let's see what it'll do. All right, 12 o'clock on the circle. Let's try one more. All right, right in the circle again. Let's try one more just to see. All right, I feel pretty good about that. Those first ones and third ones were touching. I think that second one got a little excited. Shot low on that, but that'll work for sure. And looks like I got all the impacts on the FTS. So I'm excited for the afternoon hunt.
Welcome back to another downrange shooting tip with McWhorter Custom Rifles and Precision Hunting TV. Today we're going to talk about how training, being able to square it behind your rifle, along with the accuracy of the rifles, the design of the stocks, is going to increase your ability to spot your own impacts. I'm going to start off with a 6.5 Creedmoor, get behind it, shoot and engage a target at 400 yards, show my ability to spot the impacts, and then I'm going to follow up with a 7 LPRC, which has got a lot more horsepower, going to have more recoil, and show that, like with the training that we provide at the True Precision Hunting and Shooting School, along with the stock designs and everything, being able to manage that recoil of that high horsepower. All right, we're gonna get behind this 6.5 Creedmoor, put it around down range. So starting out, squaring up behind the gun, getting my weight into it, taking the play out of the bipod.
Yeah, just hold quarter right.
All right, ready? Hit right where I was aiming at.
There you go, right on the shoulder.
Able to spot the impact nice and easy. All right, we just got done shooting the 6.5 Creedmoor. We're now moving up to this, a cartridge of ours, a 7 LPRC, which is a 300 PRC neck down to a 7mm. It's pushing the 195 grain projectile at 3119, right in that area. It's been a little while since I looked at the data on it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I already have my dial up in for 400 yards, and I'm going to demonstrate being able to get behind the Magnum, still being able to see my shot at 400 yards, using proper body position, and also how the stock design helps mitigate that muzzle flip and be able to stay, like stay in target and see my own impact. All right, ready for this? Everybody get their ears on. All right. Good square position. All right, Alan, what we got for wind?
Just hold a quarter right.
Quarter right. All right, I'm on the left-hand target. Ready?
Send it. There you go.
All right. I was able to see my impact, and you guys will be able to see it on the camera through the reticle. You know, good body position, great stock design, accurate rifles. It's very easy to see your impacts at 400 yards and beyond. 300 yards and in with the accuracy of these rifles, you're going to hit what you aim at every time, guaranteed. Alan, any touch-ups on that one?
No, that works good. Seeing your hits, then go take your smiley pictures. That's what we're all about. And
Absolutely.
that's your downrange tip, brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles.
Precision Hunting TV is also brought to you by McWhorter True Precision Long Range Hunting and Shooting School, Tacticam, Leo Photo USA, Sig Sauer, Trigger Tech, Brux Barrels, and Hawkins Precision. This segment is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Another day. What do you think, Reno?
We got to get it this morning. So
Weather's coming, isn't it?
weather's coming.
It's hot. Middle of December, it's 70 degrees in Alabama.
Oh, a little breezy too this morning, but we're gonna go to the dish.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Can't kill them from a couch, can we?
That's right. That's right. Let's go.
Let's go.
So the dish is a very large, round clover food plot that has a lot of activity usually. Now they were calling for a big storm to come in about 1 o'clock. So they were going to head there to see if they could catch some movement before that storm. Not much activity that morning. So around 10 o'clock, they decided to change it again, and they're gonna go to the power line blind. That's where I'd kill my deer, but there seemed to be something about that blind at that certain time that the deer were moving, so they were gonna try to get something going before that big storm rolled in at 1.
Where is it? Just straight back, just about 50 yards to the right of the corn.
The guys had barely got into the blind and got set up and nestled in, and they look up, and in the timber, they can see antlers. So Seth had several deer in mind that were gonna make the hit list, and whichever one stepped out first, we're gonna go back to Jacksonville.
We got everything set now, but it looks like that doe's laid down and he's right behind her. And so it's just a waiting game now to see when they're gonna stand up.
So the deer kind of works the edge and he goes into the brush because there's a doe in there. And this whole time Seth can see those antlers and it's just driving him crazy. And it seemed like an eternity, but finally the doe decided to come out and the buck followed her.
Ready?
Pop, baby. 6.5 Creedmoor just hammered him. MCR, baby. Oh, yeah. High shoulders just dropped him. Look at that wide joker. Big old pretty brows. I mean, that is an Alabama slammer, buddy. Get your hands on this thing. Watch Wow. Look at it. Slap in the mud. Let me see, yeah. Look at that big son of a gun. Alabama red clay right here. Let me drag him out. Well, here he is. We got him cleaned up and out of the mud puddle. What a brute of a deer. Reno, we have had an incredible time once again.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. We had a little bit of musical blinds, but we made it work. We went to a food plot this morning, did not see a deer, and we decided late morning, climbing here back to the pole. We've had a lot of success in the past, and we made it happen. I mean, we weren't even set. We saw him nudging does. Then he laid down, and then he finally got up and came out here, but high shoulder shot, 6'5" Creedmoor just anchored him. Shot placement, that's what it's all about. Once again, Chapel Hill Plantation, what an incredible experience. Lamar and I can't thank you enough. We've had a wonderful time. Thank you.
It's always fun.
It is always fun.
Always fun.
Seth and I killed 2 great bucks again at the Chapel Hill. One's going back to Texas and one's going to Jacksonville. We appreciate you, Reno. We appreciate everything you do.